What is up, universe? It's me, Franz, and I'm starting a new segment on my channel na tinatawag nating Spirit School. And in this school, I am not your teacher. I am merely your classmate. So for this video, we are mostly going to talk about kung ano ba yung mga spirit guides. Like, what are spirit guides? What are the types of spirit guides? And do I even have a spirit guide? So the first question that I always hear my friends say kapag nag-uusap kami about spirit guides is that, meron pa ako spirit guides? Do I have a spirit guide? And the answer to that question is yes, you have a spirit guide. Kasi before we are actually born here on earth, it's a universal law that everyone who incarnates here on earth is mandatory to have at least one spirit guide. And that is not the limit. You can have many spirit guides guiding you throughout your life. And it's funny because actually, pinipili natin kung sino yung spirit guide natin before tayo ipanganak. Kasi unang-una, when, let's say, we die, okay, we evaluate the lessons that we learned here on earth. Have we learned enough? Have we learned the lessons that we're supposed to learn? And if hindi pa, we choose to learn this again in another lifetime. And that's why we experience the good and the not so good. Kasi our souls are unbiased sa experiences that our physical bodies experience. It's unbiased. So kahit for us physically parang ang hirap, parang ang sama-sama naman ng mundo, our souls know that there's a lesson that needs to be learned from these experiences. So before our incarnation on earth, we choose the experiences that we are going to come across with or experience and learn from them. And our main guide that we call yung main protector guide natin, they can also communicate with other spirit guides at any given point in our lives when we need another type of spirit guide who has the vibrational expertise to help us through our journey. So the first type of spirit guide on our list are what we call the Ascended Masters. So, ano yung mga Ascended Masters? Well, Ascended Masters are souls na nag-incarnate na here on earth. They have played the earth game and have won. So sila yung mga taong na-liberate na yung sarili nila from all the illusions, from all the fear. So the Ascended Masters are so compassionate on a soul level that their souls chose to stay here to guide us. To guide humanity, like you, like me, like my neighbor, para we could all ascend our vibration, we could all ascend our consciousness. Few of the most common Ascended Masters that we know is the likes of Jesus Christ. In some practices, Jesus Christ is actually called Master Jesus. We also have Mother Mary, who's also an Ascended Master. We have the Buddha, who's actually my spirit guide. We have Baba G. We have Saint Germain. We have so many Ascended Masters, and I could keep on naming a lot more Ascended Masters, but I think you get the picture. So those are the Ascended Masters. Ascended Masters essentially are those individuals who has mastered the earth game and is guiding us to win it. So those are the Ascended Masters. So number 2 on our list are the Ancestors. So what are the Ancestors? From the word itself, ancestors, sila yung mga ninuno natin. We share the same bloodline with them. We share direct blood relationship with them. We may have known them, we may have not known them, because maybe during the time na nabuhay tayo, hindi na sila buhay. Pero, still, they continue guiding us. And our ancestors want us to succeed because our victory is their victory. So, paano yung victory natin, victory nila? Traumas can be passed generations through generations. But when we heal ourselves from generations of illusions, generations of abuse, then we also heal the karma that is na kasama doon sa traumas na yun, that goes hand in hand with the trauma. We heal them from the bloodline. So yung souls nila, they actually get affected by it. So our victory is their victory. So that is the ancestor spirit guides. They guide us because they want us to win, because our victory is their victory as well. Next type of spirit guide that I'm going to be sharing with you is what we call the ancestral spirit guides. So the ancestral spirit guides, there's a fine line between the ancestors and the ancestral guides. So ancestral guides are beings that guides us, which is not solely based on bloodline or blood relationship. It transcends the spiritual connection between blood to ultimately the soul. So we could have ancestral guides from past lives. They could have been the people that they could have been the souls that we encountered during a past life, or could be a spirit guide that we will encounter in future lives. Because in the higher dimensions, wala talagang time. Time does not exist, guys. It's just we use time because in the physical dimension, like Earth, we use time to measure the passage of events. So yung ancestral guides natin, it's not bound by a specific identity that you have, a specific bloodline that you have, a specific relationship in the physical dimension that you have. It does not know you by blood, it knows you by soul. So this is a very deep spiritual connection between soul to another soul. That is what the ancestral guides are. Whereas yung ancestors natin, we have a direct blood relationship with them. So the next type of spirit guides that I'm going to be discussing is what we call the animal spirits. So the spirit animals, animal totems, these are the spirit guides in forms of animals. So every animal has its own purpose, has its own wisdom to impart. Itong mga spirit animals ito, we usually come across them during shamanic ceremonies, could also be through dreams. But these spirit animals are there to help you at a specific point in your life. Some spirit animals will stay with you throughout your life, but most of the spirit animals that I encounter with, they're seasonal. Seasonal lang sila. They come to you during a specific moment in your life, a specific moment that is very much relevant to the evolution of your soul. Let's say you are in a transformation period. So yung spirit animal mo is an animal spirit that embodies transformation, like a phoenix who dies in the sunset and gets reborn in the sunrise. So on my personal experience with a spirit animal, during an ayahuasca ceremony that I took, I actually met my first spirit animal, which was a white crane. And the moment that I figured out that I was meeting my spirit animal, it taught me one of the most important lessons that I've ever learned as a soul, and that is the way we harness energy through our movements. Whenever we create movement, we create energy, and energy is a frequency. So the white crane taught me how to dance, and it's crazy. And I was not even feeling myself anymore. It was like someone was moving my body for me. Ganon ang feeling pag tinuturuan ka ng spirit animal mo. And that's just one of the spirit animals that I have. I also have another two, but that's for another video. We can meet our spirit animals also through dreams. So kung gusto natin ma-meet yung spirit animal natin, why not place an intention before you sleep? Like, before you sleep, just say this to yourself, I am going to meet my spirit animal. Or not even spirit animal, you could also say, I'm going to meet my spirit guides in my dreams. And just believe that you are going to, and you will. Because when you believe that you deserve it, the universe will serve it. So that is what the spirit animals are. And now, we're going to the last type of spirit guide on this list. But there's a lot more types of spirit guides, like plants, like nature, elementals, but that's for another video. But the last type of spirit guide that I want to share with you guys are the angels, the angelic beings, the archangels. So they work by constantly guiding us, giving us signs, giving us messages that we need to receive in order for us to evolve as a soul and as a human being. And they want nothing but the best for us without anything in return. Kasi the angels, they are pure beings who does not really ask for anything in return. Their currency is love. So if you want to thank your angels or even your spirit guides, if you want to give them thanks for the help that they give you, then just give them your love. Send them your love. It's not really a hard thing to do. And tandaan nyo, yung love is an infinite energy which does not run out. It only runs out when you think it runs out. Pero when you think that love is abundant, love is limitless, then it's limitless. You basically create your own reality. So, yung angels naman, we are actually most familiar with angels because as a Catholic dominant country here in the Philippines, bata pa lang tayo, tinuturuan na tayo ng mga magulang natin na mag-pray ka sa guardian angel mo, mag-thank you ka sa guardian angel mo. And it's true, we are actually assigned a specific angel at the time of our births. And that angel would guide us throughout our lives. So the angels are there to guide you throughout your day-to-day lives. Whereas yung archangels are there when you need specifics, when you need a specific help from a specific being. So may mga taong minsan nagtatanong, what if hindi ko spirit guide to? Baka nagpapanggap ng spirit guide ko to? What if they're actually bad beings who's guiding me to do bad stuff? Well, it all goes down to your vibration. So if you are vibrating at a very high frequency, like if you're vibrating at the frequency of love, the frequency of compassion, honesty, gratitude, bliss, then most likely yung guides mo, they also vibrate at that same frequency. Kasi nga diba, you cannot meet a frequency of which you are not aligned with. So, but if you are vibrating at the frequency of fear, the frequency of guilt, the frequency of anger, envy, then most likely, yung guides mo will be of that same vibration. Lower vibrational entities, demonic entities. So, if you vibrate high, you attract high vibrational spirit guides. If you vibrate low, then you attract the same low vibrational entities to guide you, which personally pass. And it's not really hard to communicate with your spirit guides. It actually goes down to you. Kasi the universe speaks to those who listens. And if you are having a hard time na makausap yung spirit guide nyo, just remember that they cannot communicate with you directly through like English or stuff. But the way that your spirit guides sends you messages is magical. Pwedeng makakarinig ka ng isang specific song sa radyo and you suddenly feel goosebumps. Then while listening to the lyrics, it resonates with you. It's because it's a message being sent by your spirit guides to you. Could also be in numbers, synchronicities. Could also be through the stuff that you read in a book. If it resonates with you, it's meant for you. Your spirit guides will talk to you when you know how to listen to them. And even though you're not listening to them, they will still send you messages until you realize that, oh wait, my spirit guides are actually wanting to tell me something. I wonder what it is. And then the next day, they send you another sign. But you did not listen. So therefore, they cannot communicate with you. Yung mga spirit guides natin, they always try to communicate with us. It's just a matter if we will listen to their messages. Anyway, so these are the basic types of spirit guides. We have a lot more spirit guides like plant spirits like ayahuasca. We have the mushroom San Pedro. We have elementals. We have the nature or the water spirits, the earth spirits. You know, we have a lot of spirit guides, but for now, we're sticking with these. For now, this is the first video, and hopefully this will be the first out of many, many more videos tackling spirituality. But yeah, thank you guys for taking time to watch this, and I hope to see you in my next video. So, namaste guys!